And we're going. G'day, everyone. Welcome back to the Snake Catchers podcast. I'm Brett, and I'm here, of course, with Dan. It's still Australia Day. It's still 45 degrees. So, yeah, again, what more would you do on Australia Day when it's this hot, but record podcasts? So, yeah, this is the second one.
It's cooler in here.
It's a lot cooler in here. It's bloody under 30 degrees in here. So
it's a good start.
Good start. 15 degrees cooler than it is outside at the moment.
Yeah.
So 45, I think. It's about 3:30. So, yeah, it would be about peak.
Getting to the peak of it,
This time. Shockingly hot week.
Yeah.
Like the last couple of days, and then the week ahead is
Not
going to be
looking great.
shit as well.
Yeah.
I think it's 42 again tomorrow. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to be too busy this week somehow. Even like at night, it's still going to be mid-30s at midnight.
Yeah, normally if a bit of cool comes in, then that's when they get moving. I mean, I guess if the ambience around 30, that's still all right.
Yeah,
for them, so
yeah.
who knows?
We'll find out. But there's been nothing so far, which I'm honestly not surprised at.
I'm not really angry about it.
I'm not either. like particularly yesterday, like I was on the tools all day yesterday doing shit. It was like it was still hot, not quite this hot, but it was still 40.
Yeah, it's still
like it was still warm, but after a 13-hour day I was like, I'm
good.
I'm good. I'm all right. This one's just going to be a catch-up episode since the sort of last one we did.
Yeah.
Well, the one before that we did catch-up wise, but it's only been about a week since we recorded the one before the one that's just gone out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm trying to remember the last. Was that last?
That was at your place.
Was that Saturday night?
Yes. Yeah, Saturday night. Last Saturday night.
Yeah,
so
right. I'm in the right spot there with calls.
Yeah, another bit of a catch-up episode, and then there's been a few things happen over the last couple of weeks that we'll talk about.
Yeah.
At the end as well. So yeah, I've only been back from my trip for about a week. I've got a few to talk about, but not heaps. I mean, there's been a few calls, but haven't caught many. Mustn't be a very good snake catcher.
You didn't put enough bird netting.
No, I don't.
Yes.
I suppose the first one was the one you sent me to in Williamstown, of that little 2-footer that had gone in the under the sort of in the side of a sort of brick wall and under a concrete path.
Yeah.
So shit spot to go in. I'd been out there once before, probably a month earlier, December sometime, I reckon, for what they reckon is the same snake that was in their front garden in the agapanthus.
That's handy that you got that then. I didn't realise they thought it was the same one.
From what they were saying, they reckon it was the same one.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first time I went out, it was in the front yard in the agapanthus, and the size that it was, it's like, have a good look through, but it was very unlikely I was gonna turn it up, and sure enough, I didn't. But yeah, I went back out. They'd seen it go into this gap, so I'm like, all right, cool. There should be a chance we could flush it out. So I went out there. As I got there, they were all again watching it to make sure it didn't come back out. And I looked in the gap, and he was just sitting, like literally just in the gap before it sort of dropped under the.
It's always handy.
Under the concrete path.
It's always handy when you can get there and you can see it.
You can see it. So I'm like, all right, I'm not wasting my time just going on word. I'm like, all right, cool. I saw it. I went out. I got my little encourager poker thing. And by the time I got back, he'd slipped under the concrete path.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. So in a situation like that, I got the poker in. I could go under a little bit, and he poked his head up sort of from the other end where I poked the thing in. So, okay, cool. That sort of suggests that he can't go too far.
Yeah.
So what we did, we got the hose and just flushed a bit of water through, and it was a shit situation, I suppose, because the brick wall was probably a meter high, and then the path sat down just a little bit off the top of the wall like that. And he was in that gap there.
Yeah.
And then under the concrete path. So, and there were holes in the brick wall as well.
Right.
So I could flush him, but the water wasn't filling it up. So he literally spent an hour just sort of poking his head out, getting a breath, and then going back under.
I had that before.
Oh yeah. It was an interesting one, but was a good workout. Um, so after about an hour, he did start moving around a bit. So he moved along the gap instead of coming out. He moved along the gap and started going back further down the path. It was pretty built up with sort of leaves and shit, so it didn't look like he could go under anywhere. But he went down a bit and then eventually came up, but in the worst possible spot. So he came up, wedged himself in, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not going anywhere now." So I couldn't grab his tail, so I had to pin him. So I've got him at that point, and then had to try and just encourage him to keep coming out. But he fucking puffed himself up. He wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So what we did, we ended up getting a small star dropper, sort of wedged that next to him in the hole, and then someone sort of pried it just to get the bricks away, just a mil.
Yeah.
And sure enough, we did, and I was able to pull him out and get him out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took a while.
Yeah.
It took a while. Like you said, you've had jobs like that before as well. But it's harder when you know they're there and you know they can't go too far.
Yeah.
It is just being a bit patient, just trying to encourage them out as best you can.
It's probably like easier in a way that his head did come out, because then you could restrain it and then like be able to safely manipulate him out, rather than the other way around where his head's down there and you got the tail and you're trying to get him out.
Yeah, it would have been harder the other way, I reckon. Because again, I could restrain him and then just work on getting that tail out.
Yeah.
Which did work out. In the end, a few other catchers would have just chucked netting over the top and just waited for the call back. But that was a topic for last episode. But yeah, it was a good catch to do. I hadn't done one like that for a while, where it sort of took that long, and I actually had to sort of
work for
it a lot of the time. So no, that was a good one, and they were very happy. They were good people. Again, I'd been out there. They knew what the go was. We were just having a chat while I was just trying to get this snake out. We were having a bit of a yarn and a bit of a laugh as well. So
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, that was a good one. I just took him up to the reserve and let him go.
Yeah,
he was a bit worn out after it as well, as I was.
It would have been.
So
at least you're giving him a drink at the same time.
Yeah, that's it.
First one would have been the Sunday after we did recorded the last one. Dude rang me, or old fella rang me. It's like, I just come home and there's a snake in my screen door. And funnily enough, I actually had the day before, I had a lady ring me with the same situation. But by the time I got into my car, she rang me back and said, no, it's gone.
It's gone.
And this guy rang me the next day. He's like, I couldn't believe I had two similar ones in 2 days. But ended up, out at Freeling. I think it was pretty hot that day, so it kind of explained why he was doing what he was doing. And I was expecting him like a metre up off the ground, but he was like head height.
Right, yeah.
And I walked around, and then I had a moment of like, oh shit, how am I going to deal with him to get him out? And then I ended up sort of went to make a move and maybe sort of tickle his tail and see how he moves. And I literally went to tickle his tail and he just bloody flew out and literally like launched out, like completely out. And I pretty much caught him midair as he launched out. And he's only probably 600-700 long, something like that. So it wasn't a huge.
It wasn't
snake.
A big one, nah.
Nah, but he's a bit beefy. So yeah, we ended up getting him. That wasn't too bad. That's probably once again like a 10-second sort of catch. And like the bloke was waiting for me at the front door, but I saw the roller door open, so I'm like, I'll just go around, because he said something about a roller door. And by the time he just walked through his kitchenette to look through the door where I got him from, and I just like ding, and I just went like that as he went in the corner. And he's like, "Oh shit!" And
that was quick.
Yeah. But yeah, that was quick and easy, and which was something different, and made sure I some sort of videos the media are gonna steal. And I looked at that one. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put a watermark on that one. And I said to the missus, "Do you reckon I should put a watermark?" She said, "Yeah, I probably would." So yeah, made
sure enough.
Literally, didn't even get that many views on my Facebook page. Actually, only got like 40 or 50,000, which normally those sort of things
only.
Potentially they normally get like a couple hundred, sort of thing. But normally when you expect them to really go off, they don't. But anyway, I made sure I put like a little Barossa reptile service thing. Right, where
Right. Yeah.
where they couldn't crop it out, and then like they still used it, but they were forced to credit you for it, which is not bloody hard to do anyway.
No.
But it's kind of shit that it actually comes to that they have to
That
say.
you have to go to that effort.
Yeah, because the last video they took, they just said a snake catcher in the Barossa. They didn't say.
Was that was the Weber Q one,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah.
But this one was like Barossa reptile, so it was like right where they couldn't cut it out.
Because it would have cut out the whole video.
Yeah, exactly. And I obviously left that in there, so I got a bit of free publicity from that one, which, yeah. I mean, they didn't say anything negative either. They just sort of said the fine folk at Barossa Reptile Service, which is sort of half correct.
Half correct.
But yeah, that was that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't go down the negativity route, because they could have very easily.
Could have, yeah.
Snake tries to break into someone's house.
Yeah.
Trying to attack you.
Yeah. I guess I should give them credit where credit's due. They sort of handled that one all right, I guess. But I still had to force them pretty much
to credit you.
me, but
yeah. Nah, at least they did, though.
Yeah.
At least they did. If you can't ask for permission, at least credit.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So another one I haven't written it down here, but it was only the other day, I think I sent you the photo of it. It was only, a couple of days ago. I think it was the first hot day before all this shit came through. I think it was only mid-30s. It was just up the road, only 10 minutes up the road. Couple had gone out to clean out their backyard pond ahead of this hot weather.
Yep.
There was a brown snake in there cooling down. It wasn't even that warm, because it was in the morning. I think it was only 10:30 or something.
Yeah, right.
So it wasn't that warm yet. But yeah, he was chilling in the pond. They were watching it from the house, which was still a fair distance away, but they could still see the pond from sort of the kitchen window. But they didn't want to come down and watch, so I had to set the phone up to film it. But yeah, by the time I'd got there, it was only 10 minutes away, like I said. Set the phone up, he was just sort of starting to work out what was going on. But when I grabbed him, oh shit, you're cold.
Yeah.
So he could have been there all night for all I know.
Right. Seemed right though.
Yeah, it was fine. He was a bit more perky on release, that's for sure. So
warm up in the bag.
Yeah. So he could have been there all night for all I know, because he was pretty cold, and it was sort of still half in the shade as well that time of morning. But again, in the video, it was set up, go over, grab him, and put him in the bag. It was
pretty easy.
It was a pretty easy one. For that. So that was one of the other ones. It's always nice to get sort of easy jobs like that.
Yeah, it is.
Again, and it's sort of, not sort of out of the ordinary for a water job on a sort of day like that, when it was going to be stinking hot.
Exactly.
So that was a good, nice, easy one.
Yeah. I had another one later that same day. The screen door one was this one was like at 8:30. Oh no, it was just before it got dark. So we could see what was going on a bit without too many lights. But yeah, this guy was
good.
Yeah, in between Neary and Anguston there. An older couple. They had like an outdoor sort of barbecue area that had like 3 walls, and it was sort of backed into there. For some reason, they laid netting down, but it wasn't actually caught in it, which was good. I got Poppy out to this one, who's someone else who's training with us at the moment, since Will's all just waiting for his paperwork to come through. So Poppy started. She did do a few with me a couple of years ago. Then a few things happened.
Time got away from it.
We couldn't really get onto it, but back on foot now. She just sort of came out this time to just get a feel for it. So she was out there, held the bag, and actually had a great idea, because I tailed it, and he then got stuck in the netting when I tailed him. So, which is a pain in the ass. Like the whole time it was just almost keeping him in there a little bit in that area.
Always the way.
When I grabbed him and he stuck I tailed him, and then he had his head up and then went bang.
Just
went
went
through.
under, yeah.
But he still wasn't, it was a bigger netting, so he wasn't actually stuck in it still. He was just sort of moving through it. And then Poppy was like, oh, what if I put the bag like near his head there and sort of just let him go? And I'm like, yeah, I'll try that. So she just put the bag on in like that, and I just put his head near there and just sort of let him go, and he went through the netting and into the bag.
Oh, that's all right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good one. That was another. It was pretty warm that day. I think it was still like 26 or 27 when we caught him. So we released him straight away. There was a little bit of sunlight and it was warm enough.
And that was in
so,
the evening, you said, wasn't
yeah,
it?
so we let him go before it got completely dark, and it still had some temperature about it, so he would have been fine. But yeah, that was a good one. Then yeah, Bobby's just sort of coming with a bit just to sort of get a feel for it, and then she'll start hopefully getting a few call outs
Nice.
done. This will be another one on the books eventually. So
You're in a good team here, aren't you?
try and give me a bit of free time. Hopefully,
we can go for a herb.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go do something. Like even just you go do something with your kids. Like
that's literally sort of what I'm aiming for. So literally just go to the beach or something simple like that.
Yeah,
It'd be nice.
Yeah, on a nice day.
Yeah.
Not just sit at home waiting for a call.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you know, if you did go to the beach, that's when you get one.
100%.
That's when you get one.
Yeah.
Nah, it'd be good. It'd be good for sure having Will on soon.
Yeah, it'll hopefully. Yeah, it'll sort of come. Doesn't take too long, and he can get a month or so in before the season ends. Hopefully, he can it'd be nice for him. Pretty much said to him, it'd be nice to get if he can get a few calls in himself, and then that sort of keeps him steady for the start of the next season.
Because if he doesn't get his permit, it's a big gap.
Yeah,
between the start of now and next season.
And then
sure.
I mean, we all start a bit rusty to start with the first few off the rank new season, but
once you get those couple under your belt, you're good to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, particularly with the training that you've provided.
Yeah,
him is probably a lot better than other.
Yeah, I've gone in
training
pretty in depth with him, and I'll do the same with Poppy as well. She won't be as available as what Will is, but that's fine. That's what I don't mind about that. I actually don't mind it at all because she hours. Yeah, she works full time, and she pretty much sort of hopefully be available just like after hours on days and then weekends, which suits us. Like, me and Will will probably do the majority of them during the day or whatever, and then if we are knackered or something like that, then she'd hopefully be available to fill in other parts.
Yeah, that'll be good for
I think
for someone like that. Again, particularly you and Will, like you've got your own other businesses, so you can go away and do if need be.
Yeah,
but just good to potentially have someone for that after hours,
100%.
or weekends or something if needed. Hopefully I'll have someone. Next season as well would be nice.
So we can go away and look for snake.
Absolutely. Because what else would snake catchers do when they go away? Look for snake.
Like you the other week.
Absolutely. Do you want to go another one?
This was the next day. And the Monday. Yeah, it would have been Monday. Had first one was I think it was about 10 o'clock or something like that. Had one in Newry. I was just out. It was still in Newry, just across the other side of the highway, on the northern end of the town there. This lady built like a nice pergola, inbuilt sort of cat run. But she sort of forgot about, so it's secure pretty well, but she forgot about the sort of swing sort of doors that she's got. It's got like an inch cap under it.
Yeah.
And it's like a pretty big snake. He would have been good, like 1,200-1,300 long sort of thing. And he was in there, and when I was 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, got there, and he was just going up and down the thing trying to get out really, and went there and sorted him out. I think I was in and out pretty quick then. But yeah, I managed to it's kind of annoying because it would have been probably a half decent video, but the lady's just not interested. She's like, I didn't want to watch. I'm like, okay.
And you do get them like that, but every now and then, don't you? Where they just can you just catch it?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is. That's what we're there for.
Yeah.
Most people do it anyway. So, but yeah, then we released him and managed to get a bit of a video and release with him, which was good. Just a bit of he just sort of came out the bag and sort of did a bit of an example of how they act and that sort of thing. So,
choked you?
Yeah, pretty much. And then same day at about 3 o'clock in the arvo or something like that. Had one inside in that at McCulter, which me and Will went to 2 or 3 or 4 weeks before that. It was inside and it was an old house with crooks and crevices everywhere, so we didn't find it. And then this time went back there and in the same exact area, but had like some sort of little tiny shelf on the floor, and it was just under that.
Oh, really?
And it stayed there. It wasn't even that hot that day, but he stayed under there the whole time.
That's all right.
So I went there and got him, dealt with him easily enough. Still, pretty warm and during the day. So went up, just went up out there is easy too. McDonald's, you just sort of go out, and they weren't. The house wasn't even in the town itself, so we just went up and found a decent bit of scrub away from everything and
let him go.
And he was only probably 300 or 400 long, sort of thing.
Yeah,
probably a couple of years old,
little fella.
That was that one.
Yeah. I'm back on the blue tongues. Yes.
On the bandwagon.
Back on the blue tongues. This was only on Friday, this one, but another one for you. Out at Gawler, or Evanston. Seen something going into a bedroom, weren't sure what it was.
Yeah.
You told me to put the towel down. Like, yeah, I'll go out. I said to you on the way, I hope it's a fucking clean house. I don't want to spend fucking ages looking for it.
I think because you had another one to go to.
Because I had another one to go to straight after that. There wasn't much in the room, but it was fucking filthy.
Yeah.
It was just old food and shit everywhere. But yeah, there was literally only a dresser, a couple of bits of clothing on the floor that I lifted up with the hook. I wasn't touching it. But he was just he'd gone under the bed. But yeah, it was a blue tongue. It wasn't a snake, which they
that's what I sort of hinted to when he was on the phone. Little bit of a language barrier with him, but I was sort of saying, did you see a pattern on him? Because at first I'm like, bang, that's a blue tongue. The way he explained it, Mike, do you see a pattern on it or something like that or anything? And he just didn't really know what I was talking about, and he just going on about, who do I call you, or do I call the police or something? Like, nah, so we'll get someone out there. And then obviously,
it was a blue tongue, but yeah, I got it, and just took it to one of the local parks, out there with a bit of scrub. But I picked it up and, do you want to see it? Like, no, just didn't want a bar of it. Did not want a bar of it. Like, all right, cool. I'll take it up the road. It's all good. But yeah, again, typical for a sort of warmer day, which Friday was again. So having something inside, not a complete sort of shock. On that. Sort of be interesting to see what happens tonight and tomorrow night.
Be interesting.
Because again, it's 45 today at time of recording. It's going to be 42 tomorrow. It's not going to cool down too much tonight, so it'll be interesting to see if there's much activity.
I don't think it'll get much below 30 tonight.
No. I like I said to you, I had a call last night that it was down Salisbury, so I probably would have passed it on anyway, but I again just done a 13-hour day on the tools. I'm like, no, I'm not. There's someone like 5 minutes away, so I'll just give you their number. To head out and do that. So tonight will be the interesting one.
It will,
because it is just going to be hot. Like
it's so
really hot.
It is annoying though, because I sort of try, like on hot weeks or hot days or whatever, I try to stay up a little bit later, just mainly
just
around like the midnight mark, just to make sure. And then obviously quite often you do that and you don't get one. And if you choose to go to bed,
you do
reasonable out, and you get one.
Typically, the midnight's a good mark.
Sort of like that's when sort of most people are probably
going off to
bed or something. So you just try to get to that period.
Did
I tell you? I didn't tell you I got a prank call the other week.
Oh, did you?
Did I tell you about that?
I don't think you did.
Don't prank call us. Fuck's sake. I got him back, but I sort of tried to. Pretty much, it was a hot night, and I stayed up. I'm like, oh, we got one. It was like 11 o'clock, and then typical shit. He's like, oh, I've got a carpet python, and he's going on about having a carpet python on his, and going on about that, and then I soon realised what was going on. I just didn't say anything, and he just kept on saying this shit, and then hung up. I'm like, wanker. So I made sure, and he called me on a number and not a private number, so he's obviously pissed as a mute. And it is a little bit funny. I waited till there was that hot,
to a point.
It was that hot night. So then the next night I was up late again, and I got to and in my head I thought about it again, and I'm like, oh, this dude, surely he's hungover and in bed and just recovering. I'm gonna prank him back. So then I thought, I'll prank him back. And he answered, and he was fucking carded again. the same dude, and he was pissed again. And I'm like, that didn't work. So in a way, he probably got the last laugh. But I'm like, I'm gonna go prank him back, pranking me. And then he ended up being pissed again. I'm like, that didn't bloody work.
Oh,
But,
bloody hell.
yeah.
Yeah, don't prank call us.
Yeah, it's not funny.
I did have a call a couple of nights ago from a no caller ID,
Yeah.
which seems to happen every now and then, and it seems to be that I get one and then you get one from a no caller ID as well. Like a minute later, that's happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
But I answered this one because I was still up. It was only about 10:30 or something, so I answered it. Like, oh, hello, Brett speaking. And they didn't say anything and just hung up. It's like,
Yeah.
good on you.
Yeah.
Like, so fuck knows who it was, but someone trying to troll us, probably.
It doesn't really happen too much. I've had it more this season than any other, but whether that's to do with my numbers on my Facebook page too. So whether people just see that more and just think it's funny, but
yeah, obviously they don't have anything better to do with their lives.
I'll get a bit more annoyed if it starts like waking up my kids and stuff by calling at stupid hours. I'll get a bit more annoyed at that, but hasn't
won't answer.
Hasn't happened so far. I had an exciting day. What day was that? Thursday. It was Wednesday or Thursday. It might have been Thursday. Actually, I can't remember now.
One of them.
I caught two different species in one day, and one of them wasn't a brown snake.
That's a good day.
So yeah, cool. I think about 9-10 o'clock in the morning, got another little whip snake in Tanunda, which is kind of a little bit weird. 2 in a week. I mean, even in Tanunda itself is a bit weird finding them there. Like, we obviously know they're around, like that's in their distribution, but this guy was just in a weird. I'd have to show you where it was because it was in a weird spot.
Yeah,
it was like out of the way you go out past the caravan park in Tanunda and you go up towards Lindock sort of thing, and then there's another lot of houses on the left.
Yeah,
it was pretty much in that little.
Oh yes,
there, but all around just vineyard.
Yeah, okay.
And it was inside.
Yeah, right.
As well, and it was only a young, probably not about that long.
Yeah.
So yeah, I took him down to pretty much you go back down to where the Gummersall Road turn off is, and there's a bit of reserve there.
I think I know where that is.
The creek, they have like a little drive that you can park there and pull up. So I went down there, and that was the closest sort of spot I could go for him.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, it was just that time of the morning, and there was a coffee van there, so that was good.
Yeah, convenient.
But yeah, that was kind of cool. Yeah, I hadn't before that been like 2 years since I caught one, and then I've caught 2 in 2 weeks, which is weird. That is weird, but the Springton one was, made sense. The Tanunda one made a bit less sense. I asked them if they'd been anywhere. I know they happen in the area, they occur there, but I just wanted to make sure that they hadn't accidentally brought one.
Yeah, from somewhere else.
Just because where the houses were situated and the size of it, and it was inside. I'm like, is there something else going? But I think it was just you never know, little micro habitats they can live in too. So
yeah, that's it. That's it.
And then sorted him out. That was pretty awesome. Made a couple cool little videos with him. And then and then later that afternoon got a call for a red belly in Lindock. Which at first they thought it was a brown. They just didn't see much of it. And they ummed and ahed for a bit, over about half an hour with what it was doing, and then eventually they rang me, and by the time I got there, he'd moved in further around the house and he was just sitting behind the wheelie bins. I saw that when they confirmed it was
typical of reds.
Yeah, when they confirmed it was a red belly and what it was doing, I'm like, more than likely he's probably just going to shut up shop somewhere and just stay there. It just seems to be what they do. Obviously, like the heat of the day, he would have been a bit too warm too, so he wouldn't have been doing too much other than browns that would rather sort of take off.
Moving around.
Yeah, odd spot too. Like the creek there was fair way away, and there wasn't a dam anywhere nearby, so it was actually kind of a bit hard to even relocate him. Obviously, with reds, you got to find some water somewhere. So yeah, end up finding a spot, but that was a bit of a difficult one, but nice bloody red. Like
look like good decent size as well.
A lot of the bigger reds I get around like Barossa don't really have that nice real red. Like the juvies do. Like most juvies, they have that nice red, but they sort of
fades a bit.
It wasn't the prettiest red, but it was still nice.
I find that here as well. The juveniles are just stunning. Yeah, and then it sort of fades as they get bigger.
But then like I've found whether it's got anything to do. Like in Williamstown, I've caught like 2 or 3 melanistic ones.
Yeah.
So I don't know what goes on there, but it needs to be just in.
Must just be a population out there.
Yeah, I think I've caught like 3 in Williamstown. And I've caught 1 in Eden Valley that were all melanistic. So
yeah, right.
But yeah.
Alrighty, so that's probably about it for catches, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Or exciting ones anyway. Obviously, you have a few that we didn't get one, or just to check.
Yeah, there's been plenty where they sort of haven't caught the snake, but again, no one wants to
hear about
them because they're the boring ones. I suppose the other thing we're going to talk about is, by the time this one goes out, it was a few weeks ago, but there's been a few incidents with native species over the last, well, again, a few weeks back now. I think there was a saltwater crocodile attack in far north Queensland. There's 3 or 4 shark attacks in New South Wales, and then a woman died on Fraser Island.
Yeah.
That has now been sort of ruled as drowning.
Yeah.
But obviously the dingoes get put in such a bad rep over there, as do all these other native species. Now, tragic events, because there have been people die. There was a young lad that died as a result of the shark attack. So we're not trying to sort of, make fun of it in any way. We're just going to talk about it and how we as a society react to things like that.
Yeah.
So again, tragic that, people have unfortunately died as a result of these incidences.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to make fun of it in any way. We're just talking about it and discussing how, as a society, we react to things like this, which is typically, we've got to go out and start shooting stuff.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that this has all happened literally within the space of a week.
Yeah.
3 or 4 shark attacks in like 48 hours, I think it was.
Yeah.
In New South Wales. I think the crocodile attack happened at the same time.
Yeah.
And then the incident on Fraser Island as well.
Yeah.
Again, we've done a whole episode about this, about how our native species are, not the ones that are likely to sort of kill you when it comes to an animal attack.
Yeah.
In Australia, it's obviously far more likely dogs, horses, livestock, that sort of stuff. But obviously, things do happen with our native species, and that's been proven in the last week.
Yeah.
We spoke about particularly the crocodiles and sharks. I don't think we touched on dingoes last time.
So, no.
That it really isn't hard to, stay out of their way. You just don't go in the water or near the water. It's really hard, or it's really easy to avoid an incident with them. Particularly this time of year up in far north Queensland, it's the wet season. There's lots of water around, so the crocodiles are moving around and going into places that aren't sort of accessible in the dry season. So they do disperse when there's lots of water, lots of rain in the wet season. And this bloke, just went down and started having a swim, and got grabbed by the saltwater crocodile. He survived.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he survived.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But again, our reaction is that, there's too many crocodiles. We've got to start culling crocodiles and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas, an educational approach is obviously always the better approach, but some people can't accept that.
No.
That culling these animals won't work.
Bobcat.
Oh, what a fuckwit. I'll say it. He's a fucking gronk of a human being. And he goes on about all this. I used to swim in the waterways up here when I was younger. But yes, you swam in these waterways when commercial hunting of saltwater crocodiles was legal and the animals were at their lowest. So you feel like you could get away with that. Whereas now the population has bounced back. You can't swim in these places. Because they're just where they were before all that hunting happened. Yeah. It's like oh, we need to take back our right to be able to swim in far north Queensland.
Not that it's like their habitat.
Not that it's their habitat. The other thing that obviously goes on like this, they say, oh, crocodile infested waters and all this sort of stuff. No, crocodile inhabited waters.
Yeah.
They were there long before we were.
Yeah.
We just find it inconvenient that they are there.
Exactly. Cool.
We again need to learn to live with our native species, and just go to safe designated swimming areas.
It's not hard.
It's not hard.
Go to a bloody pool.
But again, what's a cull gonna do?
No,
nothing. It's going to give people a false sense of security, and there's going to be more attacks.
Yeah, because people are going to be swimming where they shouldn't still really be swimming, and
yeah. Like, do you know what percentage of the population you need to cull to drop crocodile attacks in Australia by 1 every year?
No, I don't.
90%.
Yeah, there you go.
90% of the population. To drop crocodile attacks altogether, you'd need to cull the whole population.
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen.
No.
Like, where's the logic in what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like, educate your people to, be croc-wise as they do in the territory.
Yeah.
And it'll be a lot better off.
I feel like it's not as bad in the territory.
It's nowhere near as bad.
Is what they go on.
It's nowhere near as bad. Yeah, like, yes, they have their crocodile management plan, which is essentially a cull in itself, because they take them out of Darwin Harbour every year. But obviously, if they're out, in the sticks, they left alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, they still have their crocodile management plan in place. And yeah, their education is probably the best anywhere in the world when it comes to crocodile safety.
They barely ever have anything happen.
They still have, incidences, but it's again not that many.
No.
And like they tried it. Like, crocodiles got down to like 1,500 in the wild up in Darwin.
Yeah, right.
There was more attacks then than there were after the protection came in, because people just got complacent.
Is there any advocates for that, like culling, and actually look at any of that stuff?
No, no. They don't. They just think, human safety, which, yes, is a thing, but it should be done through education.
Yeah.
Not just eradicating a species for the sake of eradicating a species. Because you might, stop one attack a year.
I'm already eradicating that many species without doing any of that anyway. Just by deforestation and all
that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I saw something on the crocodiles. On one of the posts, I was looking through the comments. Oh, excuse me. I can have a drink. And someone was like, "Oh, why can't we just go and shoot a heap of these crocodiles and just use them for their skin and their meat and all this sort of stuff?" It's like, that industry already kind of exists. It's called farming.
Yeah. That
already happens. And that is to stop the sort of pressure on the wild population as well.
Yeah.
And, a farm-raised animal is obviously, going to have better meat, better skin, all that sort of stuff anyway.
Controlled diet.
So you, half the skin on these big boy crocs, they've got legs missing, they've got scars and all sorts.
Yeah.
It's just, and and farmed meat as well.
Yeah,
that's already an industry.
It's already a thing. Isn't it?
It's already a very successful industry.
Yeah,
and that's also part of the reason why the crocodile numbers bounced back in the territory.
Yeah,
because the wild ones were protected, and the farming side of things took over.
Yeah,
it's baffling. It's baffling. Like, crocodiles, again, the tourism side of things as well. What happens if you shoot all the crocodiles? No one's going to go up there to go on a boat cruise and go look at crocs because they're not there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, your tourism's just going to plummet.
Yeah, it's a lot of the big draw cards for like Northern Territory.
Absolutely. Like in Darwin, whether you've got a day or like a few days, you can. If you've got a day, you can go to like Croc Cove or Crocodiles Park, go see the crocs. If you go to Croc Cove, you can go in the cage and swim with one.
Yeah.
Safely. Again, you can feed a crocodile there. If you go to Crocodiles Park, you can go on the boat tour there. You can go feed the crocodiles, go see all the crocodiles there.
Yeah.
If you've got a few more days, go out in the Adelaide River, go on one of the boat tours, see the jumping crocodiles, all this sort of stuff. If you go out Kakadu, go Yellow Waters, that's a great cruise. You go see all the crocodiles out there. There's so many things tourist-wise that around these animals. Yeah. And again, even if you didn't want to go sort of on a sort of more touristy side of things, you can go out by yourself to a place like Fog Dam.
Yeah.
There's crocodiles out there you can spot. There's freshies and salties out there. You can go have a picnic out there and watch the crocodiles from one of the lookouts.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if there weren't any crocodiles, I'm like, that's half the reason people go to the territory.
Yeah.
Like, is to go see the crocodiles.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Like, culling just, it doesn't make sense in any way because these people don't look at the actual like numbers and the evidence to suggest that culling doesn't work.
Yeah.
Going on to the shark side of things now, I know nothing about sharks.
Yeah, I'm not really too.
I'm just going to sort of talk about what I've seen, I suppose. Again, tragic that these attacks have happened, and they all happened within a certain time frame of each other, about 48 hours.
Yeah.
And they all happened when there were certain conditions, certain time of the year, after heaps of rain, the water was murky, the conditions were stirring up all the bait fish, so there was lots of feed for the sharks around, and, you know, it was just sort of the perfect storm, I suppose. And yeah, a few people unfortunately got attacked, and one young lad did die, which is terrible. But again, our first instinct as a society, well, Abo's first instinct, is to, there's about time we cull the sharks.
Yeah.
Now, globally, there's about 80 to 100 million sharks taken out of the ocean every year. Globally.
Yeah.
I think that's a cull enough, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
That's, you know...
Our numbers on the way down anyway.
Our numbers are on the way down anyway. Yeah. Like, there might be 10 fatal shark attacks every year globally.
Yeah.
If those numbers start, you know, evening out, all right, cool, go cull them.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen, though.
No.
Like, up to 100 million sharks every year out of the oceans globally.
Yeah.
That's an insane amount of animals.
Yeah.
Yet, because it attacked someone, we need to go kill more.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Exactly.
Like, again, education should be the way forward, but it never is. It's just these leaders trying to, you know, come up with a solution. But that's not the solution, because it's not going to stop them.
No.
And back to the crocodiles for a sec, because I don't know anything about sharks and I can't really comment on it, but the crocodile population has sort of eased out. It's less than what it was before hunting came in.
Yeah.
It's about 100,000, bit over 100,000 in the territory. There's never going to be an explosion in crocodile population.
No.
Because the ecosystem can't support that many large predators.
No.
It's just not possible.
So it'll get to a point where it just plateaus, isn't it?
Get to a point where it just plateaus off. And, like, again, they keep their own population in check.
They eat each other.
Because they eat each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's, like, in a stretch of river, you're just not going to have that many crocodiles tolerate each other.
Yeah.
Because they'll just kill each other.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they have to obviously compete for food anyway out in the wild.
Yeah, so that's another thing as well.
Yeah, the ecosystem just can't support that many large predators.
No.
And I'm assuming it's probably the same for the sharks. Again, I don't know anything about sharks, but you'd assume that the ecosystem can only support so many of these large predators in a particular area.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
That their numbers aren't going to sort of explode or anything like that.
Yeah.
The other one, obviously, dingoes on Fraser Island. They're like, dingoes are a scavenging predator.
Yeah.
They just happen to be doing what they do naturally.
Yeah.
After this young lady, unfortunately, drowned.
Yeah.
I think it was found that she did drown.
Yeah.
And the dingoes are obviously just doing what they do naturally.
Yeah.
Now, again, I was reading comments on this one as well, and they were saying, the dingoes on the island, they weren't scavengers before. People have made them scavengers and all this sort of stuff. It's like, people haven't helped the situation, but dingoes are scavengers, naturally.
Yeah.
Like, they're a scavenging predator.
Yeah.
We didn't make them like that.
No.
Yes, we didn't help the situation by, you know, people feeding them and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But they're naturally a scavenging predator. And yes, they were just doing what comes naturally. They found a food source. and they were taking advantage of it.
Exactly.
It's just unfortunate that it happened to be someone that drowned.
And it's annoying because the way they talk about them on the island there, like they haven't been there the whole time. And like, it's a privilege for us to go over there
Yeah.
and camp or do whatever you do. You just got to be mindful of the situation with the animal.
Mindful of the situation.
Like anywhere you go.
Yeah, again, going up to Darwin, if you're camping, just don't go near the rivers and stuff like that. It's not hard, but again, people just take it the complete wrong way.
Yeah.
And as sort of time of recording, there is talks of those dingoes being culled.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
They don't need to be. Again, this is an island situation.
Yeah.
There's not going to be an explosion in numbers because there's only so many resources on that island that can support the population.
Yeah, exactly.
There's never going to be too many dingoes because they'll start bloody eating each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, why do we need to kill them?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Educate tourists more.
Yeah.
Or, again, I've seen things on this about how the traditional owners are pretty fucking mad about the potential cull that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, stop letting people go there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if they're going to take the piss like that.
Yeah. Like, it's not the animal's fault for our mistakes.
Yeah.
But that's always how it goes.
Yeah.
It's always the animal's fault. We don't take responsibility for our own actions or anything like that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the animal suffers.
Exactly.
And,
when you think of it, when they were scavenging someone that had already passed away, like, I know it's terrible, but at the same time,
they're just doing what they do naturally.
They don't know it's a person. It's
it's a food source to them.
Exactly.
It's survival.
Yeah. It's not like they came and hunted her down as a pack and
ripped her to pieces.
Like they were trying to say happened.
Yeah.
And they realised, hang on, she actually drowned.
Yeah. And again, the animals are always painted in the negative light here.
Yeah.
And always, as a society, the first reaction is make ourselves feel better. We'll go kill it.
Go kill something. Yeah. Same with snakes, isn't it?
Same with snakes.
Go and kill it.
All right. So you're going to kill that one. A week later, another one's going to come in. Might have to go kill that one as well.
Yeah.
Like, you're never going to stop that cycle unless you kill them all.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's a stupid way to think, isn't it?
It's a stupid way of thinking, and it's amazing that it is still the way of thinking. Like, and again, it's purely just to make ourselves feel better.
Yeah.
But again, there needs to be some responsibility taken from people.
Yeah,
100%. as well.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
And again, education is always the way forward
for everything.
But yeah. I dare say those dingoes will probably be culled.
Yeah.
They probably have been by the time this goes out, which is a shame.
Yeah.
And again, I think that crocodile got shot as well.
Yeah.
Or a crocodile.
Yeah.
Again, how do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But
how many crocs have been shot for no reason because they thought it was the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Oh, that one was missing a leg, and that's one that bit him. Yeah, there's probably a lot there. They're missing legs.
Most of the big males missing a leg or a toe.
Yeah.
There's one, I'm pretty sure he's on the Adelaide River. He's only got bloody one leg left.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy that we still don't understand
how to deal with
deal with stuff like this.
And
yes, it's tragic.
Yeah.
But it is avoidable. 5 of those attacks are avoidable. Well, all of them were.
All of them are.
Don't go in the water.
Yeah.
Simple. All of those incidences could have been avoided by not going in the water.
It's also like people making decisions from an office, like in a political setting.
They've got to, they've got to make it seem like they're doing something about it without looking at the facts.
Yeah.
Or the science behind it.
Yeah. And they probably got no one with any sort of wildlife background, and they're just trying to make these calls. And, or someone that reckons they do, and they got no idea.
Yeah. So. But going the other way, you'd never hear someone like that say, if someone's attacked and killed by a dog, we're going to go shoot all those dogs. You've got to cull dogs.
Yeah.
Like, yes, the dog in question might get put down.
Yeah.
Depending on the situation. But, someone's not going to say, we shouldn't be allowed to have dogs now because they kill people.
Yeah.
So why, should we go kill native species like that? Again, if someone's killed by a horse, are we going to go kill that horse?
Yeah.
You're not going to do that.
No.
You're not going to go shoot a horse because it fucking killed someone.
Yeah. It's just like double standards with shit.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, they're the most dangerous animals we have in this country.
Yeah.
But they're just, yeah, the way of thinking is just so backwards,
It is, yeah.
I suppose. But yeah, that's my little rant.
Yeah, I felt like you needed to go on that, didn't you?
Yeah. It's
I'm just going to let you go there. I pretty much agree with you with that anyway.
It's very unfortunate that it happens, and yes, it's tragic that people have died in these situations. But we're just trying to talk about it and have our sort of reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Our sort of reaction on it. Which again, you might agree with us, you might disagree with us, but
Is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, you got anything else you want to talk about? Or
No, I think you pretty much
wrap it up.
Yeah, you pretty much what you said about that is what I would have said anyway. So you just sort of, whenever you see shit come up on the TV or social media, like you just sigh because you know what angle everyone's sort of trying to take to it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and again, it's just purely to make ourselves feel better.
That's all it is.
About the situation.
Yeah.
An animal killed someone, so we need to go kill the animal.
Yeah.
It's a dominance thing.
But then,
right.
Then you see like people, I see like councils and stuff posting stuff about controlling feral species like foxes and rabbits and stuff, and people like contract shooters and stuff will come up and be like, yeah, if you want my services, then come out and shoot them. And then people kick up a stink about that. Like because they're fluffy little rabbits or something like that. I'm like, but they're a pest. Like
they're the pests.
I've got absolutely no issue with people going out and shooting rabbits and foxes because they're a pest and they decimate the local habitat.
Like foxes, rabbits, and rats, cats. Mice,
wild cats.
Go and shoot as many as you want. They are an introduced species.
Yeah.
Still do it humanely.
Yeah.
Like you still have, ethical standards. Do it humanely.
But it's just how people kick up a stink about that.
Yeah.
And when you kick up a stink about them killing native species.
And then you're like, go kill all the crocodiles, go kill all the sharks. It's like,
because they're not cute and fluffy.
Fuck, they were here a lot time before us and all the introduced species.
Yeah, how do you think the whole world survived to without people, and then all of a sudden, oh no, they're a problem now because we're here.
And again, the thing on the crocodiles as well. What's his name? David McMahon, I think, the tour guide up in the Territory. In one of his videos, it was back when, I think I've said it in another podcast, it was back when they were first talking about the crocodile cull in Queensland. It's pretty arrogant of us to think a native species that's been here for millions of years needs our help controlling its population. They've done it for millions of years and they've managed absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So why do they need our help?
Exactly right.
It's just because, people are stupid and get themselves into situations that,
they don't need to be in.
They don't need to be in, and that puts the animal in a bad light.
Yeah.
We need to kill it.
Yeah.
Such a backwards way of thinking.
It is.
But again, it's like that for a lot of native species.
Yeah.
You hear it about snakes as well.
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, there's too many snakes.
Nah.
No.
These probably numbers that probably haven't really changed at all.
If anything,
they're going the other way.
They're going the other way. There's the same amount. We just keep building into their habitat.
I mean, you'd probably argue maybe eastern browns might have jumped up a bit when
when settlers first came,
because there's just more food source. But I feel like in recent history, nothing would have changed.
No,
they would have settled back into that. And once everything sort of settled down again with all of that,
absolutely.
It's sort of all it did was sort of push tiger snakes out.
Yeah,
of where they used to be, and brown snakes moved in. That's all that happened. Shift that sort of happened.
Yeah. And again, after that initial sort of introduction of the rats and mice sort of stuff, yes, it might have gone up a bit, but it still would have.
But they also were feeding on there's just a lot of native species that they would have been feeding on anyway.
They would have been feeding on all those. They wouldn't have fed as often.
Yeah.
Once rats and mice got established, they could be feeding every day if they wanted to. Whereas, before settlers got here, a meal might have come along once every few months.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Whereas again, we've just given them a buffet.
Yeah.
And it's have at it.
And once again, you've obviously introduced rodent species, but then we've also introduced rabbits and foxes and then cats as well.
Yeah.
Out there, which kill all those like the snakes and lizards and
Native
stuff too.
species, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, cats do a lot of damage.
Oh, they had a study come out recently. Because some people were querying how much damage they actually have done.
Yeah,
And now they've come out like 25 like scientists or ecologists or something came out with a study that like
it's a lot.
Cats
yeah.
and foxes have been making an absolute fucking and we know that. And they actually had people rebutting that they didn't, but then they had to come out and like prove themselves again and say that how much damage they cause. And
yeah. Like anything that moves, they just kill.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think that's the rant done. I reckon we'll
wrap her up,
leave it there for this one. Again, after these couple, hopefully we have some guest episodes coming out.
Yeah.
Should hopefully have them hopefully recorded, if not by the time this one comes out or just after.
Yeah.
So yeah, look forward to those. If not, it'll just be another topic and catch up episode.
Yeah.
We'll see how busy things
happens.
Go into February.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. Hopefully you're still enjoying it. Give us a like, comment, share, subscribe. Again, let us know if there's any topics you want us to cover. We've got a whole list, but always open to suggestions, or even if you have any suggestions of guests as well.
Yeah.
We've got a whole heap of those too. But yeah, if there's anyone you'd like us to have a chat to, let us know. But yeah, if not, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.